Good morning. How is everyone today? All right. Pour some water. Happy Friday. Goodness, it's been a week. Cleaned up the spill. I like that they changed this so that the commands that were run are in the middle. I don't know why they have to do something like cat. That seems weird. Okay, here's seeing it. I think with let's see, let's find one of these. Replicate context. This here. Here. Fascinating. What changed here? They removed. No, they just formatted it. Okay. This is the change I made. This just looks like a formatting change. Why? Why did the commit record change? This sum here. Oh, because I had been calling into on it. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. I like the sum. So fetch database. Good, good. Oh, did I not accept all the files? Uh-oh. Okay. Looks like it was already committed. Good. Okay. Want a little space there. Close that. Coming back to mutate. With DB streamer, I want a function that wraps raw message and sends information into it. Let's build up a new chat. Let's see. Add this to it. There's the outline. That's what I'm looking for. Function to DB streamer trait that will be called by. Exploit. Thank you for that follow. Let's see. I don't often play around with this, but I'm just trying to understand the capabilities and whatnot. How do I add this new power tool in my toolbox to my workflow? I feel like I've been working with a chisel and a hammer forever. Okay. I don't remember. Is it Iggy client. Looks like it's Iggy client. Send message. Where's this used? Misspelled. I'm looking forward to it correcting my spelling. Okay, with that and that. Okay, it looks like I had commented out some work I was doing. DB transaction stream TX. Okay. What else should it know? Database lifecycle events. No. Okay. I think it should know some of the documentation that I want. Like, I want to point it towards something. Client. Oh, message client. I want like a producer. What's consumer? The client is the wrong one. Oh. Connect. And Iggy, you gotta bump up your docs here. Iggy producer. Oh, client's producer. So Iggy client's producer. And if we look here, they have consumer as a module, but not producer, which is what I was looking for. But if we go into client, then they have module client. Didn't we just see producer? That's strange. Or is it? So it's just in the crate. If I look for send, Iggy clients. Oh, plural? client, all item, Iggy producer builder. Here. Oops, stop. Go ahead and give it reference to this as well. Database transactions, TX, and just at web. That's weird. Add link. Sure. Is that how you do it, or do you just do like a Oh, if I just paste, it adds that. Okay. Let's see what it does. Oh, look at that. Correct typo. Oh, did you see it? I want to see that again. Oh, correct the typo. Here's the plan. Correct the typo. Okay. Let's see what happens. What is this? Print? Oh, good. Did it pause because I like clicked in there? It must have. I don't know. That's weird. Anybody have some fun weekend plans? Oh, goodness, look at that. Wow. It's such a mess. Let's see what it's adding down here. Stream ID, topic ID. It's still trying to figure out the imports. Huh. Well, what am I going to be doing this weekend? I don't know. Um, I think it's supposed to rain. Um, I wonder if it'll figure this out. I suspect it won't because it brought in way too much. Like it copied something off Stack Overflow. This down here seems more reasonable. What are the other things that changed? Let's go take a look. Uh, 6 problems in that file. Let's see. I feel like we're just going to abandon this. Hmm. Well, we'll let this go for a couple minutes and then throw away the result, do it ourselves, because it feels like this is just not going to work. Maybe if I, set it to do this and then logged out for the day, came back the next day and saw what was going on, maybe it would have figured it out by then. Dash map? Wait, missing dash map? Oh dear. Why does it need dash map? What's it changing over here? Hmm. Clean up a space or something. Formatting. I hope in the next year when this is, I don't know, when things have become a little bit more stable, that this produces more interesting results. I mean, this is interesting, but not very useful. Yeah, resume the conversation, please. Hey, Zenocron, how you doing? I'm torturing the machines out there with Rust code. I feel like I should have just tried to like race it. Yep, torturing the AIs. I gave it a task. Gave it a task. And oh goodness. Like for some reason it pulled in dash map, box stream, atomic U120. Like what's going on here? Like Piggy, this is like my test code. Needs none of that. Here, it's struggling with like it looked like it pulled in some sort of Stack Overflow like set of imports that were just wrong, and now it's struggling with it, trying to deduplicate the one like and find the right ones. If there's one thing iRobot taught me, it's not to abuse the machines. Yes, that's pretty good insight there. Helper function to create a default get stream request. That seems useless. Same here. Just create that. At the moment, it's not very productive, right? It's been going for 5+ minutes. I mean, maybe if so. I was talking to one of my mentors, and he was kind of associating this sort of AI processing here to um, how CNC changed the cabinetry world, right? In the cabinetry world, when CNC machines came out that could load their lumber, right, and move the results, it was a dramatic difference, right? Basically, shops would, set a stack of wood in the input, set the plans, right, for the cabinets that are to be built, and then go home for the night, right? They would spend their days just designing, right? So instead of actually cutting and doing the stuff, they would design and then feed it into the machine. The machine overnight would go through and do all the cuts, right? Somebody would sit around, of course, change bits, make sure, things were working all right. But you wouldn't have this, you know, room full of people just, woodworking all day. And I wonder if software is going to become the same or similar in some cases. Because you can see, like, I don't know, if this were a software CNC machine, it's making cuts, it's correcting its own cuts, etc. At what point is it just more efficient for me to hop in there and just write the code? Because we could have gotten further than, like, at the moment, what it's produced is not useful. What is it doing here? What is this function doing? Why is it changing the receiver? It should not be changing the receiver. Right. So, yeah, I fear at this point we would have just come in the morning, found a pile of garbage, pushed it into the dumpster, and just grabbed our hand tools and kept going. All right. When the 25 tokens or 25 requests have been done, I'm going to, we'll just take a peek and see where it ended up. Likely, like, what is this, keyring? What is keyring? Let's take a look. If programming was like bricklaying, you'd believe it. But I'd argue that the majority of my effort is spent in the designing side of things. Yeah, I agree. I don't think we're going to get CNC machines, right? At least not yet. Arsal, how you doing? Happy Friday. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get CNC machines, at least not anytime soon. But I do expect that our tools, right, will will be improved, right? We'll get a different set of power tools to use that will make things faster. I've noticed just a lot of the autocompletes, they save minutes out of an hour, and that adds up over a year. Typing is slow, right? So if a machine can see what I'm about to do and type it for me, great. I found that to be a productivity enhancer. We're having trouble connecting to the model provider that just melted. This might be temporary. Please try again in a moment. All right. Yep. Well, let's take a peek. Let's see what mess it made. Okay. See this? No, it didn't touch that. Did it do anything in there? No. It removed a space, likely due to formatting. Look at the top of this. This is a mess. Not even going to stare at that long. These are useless. It shouldn't have touched this function at all. It was complete. This is the one I wanted it to implement. It did correct the spelling, right? So that's a win. And that right there. I suspect things like this might be useful. And yep, that's a good line. So we got a couple of good lines here. Client.send messages. Okay. Piggy, our little test harness, also corrected the spelling. I don't find this useful. Self.streams.entry. What was streams again? Self.streams. Does that just not exist? As nanos? Why are we getting nanoseconds here? We don't use nanoseconds. Such field, yeah. See? Okay. So, what did it do here? Doesn't this already exist? DB streamer for archive streamer? Oh. It moved this into the trait? Pub trait. Okay, no. Okay, so that was in a trait. No. No, 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 no. All right. No. Reject file. Reject file. How do I just reject them all? Revert. Reject. Review next file. There we go. Reject. Review next. Reject. Oh, it looks like that was a change I made. I added a space. Okay. Well, that was exciting. You're absolutely right to be disappointed. Oh, stop it. Okay, it sees the problems as well. That's useful. Like, all right, all right, all right. Let's make sure everything is cleaned up here. Context. What is this? Okay, that's my change. I wanted a space there. All right, let's try again. All right, from the Iggy side. So here we want to take a vector of messages and stream the results. That's fun though, and insightful. I think that sort of task, even though I gave it a lot of information, I feel enough information I could have an intern go and implement it is not enough for the AI. So, hmm. That makes me wonder. I wonder if I took this and I chose a different one, like if Sonnet is that much better. Right? This is definitely something I feel that I could give this to. Let's say continue and revert to an intern or a young engineer, young in their career, that is. I'm curious. Okay, sure. Fix the spelling. Great. A database transaction producer. Interesting. So in this case, it actually wrote a little bit of code and then checked to see if there were imports needed. That seems so much more useful. It's like kind of how I work, right? I'll write some code and then import stuff. Let's say it was looking at Piggy next. Yeah. Tracing debug. Sure. Okay. It's kind of gone outside of what I asked it to do. I hear that about Sonnet quite a bit. Sonnet, you give it something and it just kind of like runs amok and it goes everywhere. But it produces better code than the other one. The other one is more constrained, but it'll tell you when you're wrong. Let's see. Guess what it's done in here. Yep, corrected the spelling. Down here, stream chunks to Iggy. Not quite what I had in mind, but sure, we could rename that later. Raw streams, database transactions. Yes, perfect. Except, okay, no, that's fine. It's converting the types for us. Okay, it's doing a check. It can already see that there are issues here. Like I feel like it should have fixed the lints first, right? I don't know, problems. Like it feels like it could have gotten that before trying to compile. Get transactions producer, shard, and database name. Okay. Is that what we're doing? Okay, stream. Lifecycle event producer. See, it's doing those as well. I didn't want it to touch those. Consumer, shard, and DB name. Okay. Partition 1. Yeah, continue. I mean, so far, this is much better. Wait, it actually got code to pass check? Wow. Nice. Okay. And I wonder, because there's like the max version, right? How much better is the max version from the regular version? What was it? Cloud Sonnet 3.7. Hey, this here I wanted to see. Oh, it's a little bright. Oh, thank you. Happy Friday night, you dude. How are you? Uh, oops. But I'm looking for a comparison. Basically, I want to understand the difference between 3.7 Sonnet and 3.7 Sonnet Max for coding. Like, does 3.7 give you an intern and 3.7 Max give you a senior software developer? Like, larger context window. Interesting. Okay. This means I can ingest. Okay. So it has a larger context window. It can ingest and process more code at once, making it significantly more effective when dealing with larger code bases. Okay. Let's bump it up so you guys can see it on small screens. Sometimes I like to watch Twitch on like my phone. So when somebody goes to read like a blog or something, like, well, guess I'll just be listening to them think. Uh, they're not just making headlines, they're reshaping software development landscape. Okay. Enhanced reasoning, think harder. Can't wait till they come out with like Ultra, which is like think really, really hard. Or think even harder. You have 2x, yeah, Twitch screens. Oh my goodness, speaking. Twitch screens stacked on a vertical monitor. Yeah. Oh, look. Cursor with Claude Max is like having a senior developer pair programming with me. The past, best practice. Okay. Yeah, I've seen this. Keeping files small, optimize performance, being specific about what you want it to change. 5 cents per call. Maybe if sleeping or drunk senior engineer. Yeah, I don't know what actual models they were using. I was watching some of that as well. Yeah, Tejan Prime. It was it was interesting. It was really interesting. Um, was also kind of interesting to see who was it they had? Was it the Anthropic? No, no, it was the cursor people they had with them, and seeing those people actually use it. They swapped models a few times. Did they ever use the Max models? I don't know if they were out at that time. They were also using Lua, right? Which I feel like the AIs would have had better time with something else, something with a decent compiler. OpenAI Pro to Cloud Max. What's going through my head right now is I wouldn't pay somebody to work on my side project here, right? My little build my wife a website. But would I, like, if I could get reasonable code out of an AI, would I pay for that? Right? I think I would. Right? But how much would I pay? $200 a month? Maybe. Right? Accelerate the project. I remember that too. I was there at the very beginning of their stream, and the cursor guy said it does better with typed languages. And that was one of the main takeaways I took away from that week long effort. Um, I wonder how much Prime and Teach got paid for that because it was a massive ad. It was insane. I hope they got paid well. Okay. So I kind of want to. Who doesn't do better with typed languages? To be frank, yeah, absolutely. I kind of want to see because I think this is a um, reasonable query to give it, right? Um, and it looks like I got to the point where, hey, it feels like it's implemented something, right? So mutate, let's see what it did. Stream chunks to Iggy to do, it calls streamer to stream chunks to Iggy, whatever. Okay, we could rename that. Missing error. See, this I feel is much more reasonable than the other model. Like here, I want to try something. How do we check out a branch here? Branch. Create branch. Let's see, this is Sonnet. Okay. I want to commit these for a moment. Because they're not all that bad. I mean, really, I'll probably just come back and code it up myself, but I want to be able to have these and compare them maybe. Okay, no, no, no. Okay. I like that Sonnet didn't even need to bring in dash map or all those other crates. Like, just have it generate something. All right. So that's Sonnet. I want to come back to main, and I'm trying to learn this UI here. So I want to check out. No. I want to just check out main again. How do I do that? Here. Branch. No, I just want. Oh, check out two. I just want to be on main. Okay. Let's go up to the top again. Click here. Let's change model to Sonic Max. I wonder. It's 5 cents per request. Fine. Um, actually, I'm going to see. Can I copy this whole thing? No. Okay. Reject all those changes. Fine. Shouldn't be there. Good. Let's come back up to this point. Go with max, thinking, whatever. Set that. Is he going to tell me I need to add another credit card or anything? While that's going, I'm going to take Firefox off screen and see if I can log into my account there. Yeah. So it's interesting. With Cursor, I get about 500 premium model requests per month. I've been trying to use them up, and my refresh will happen in 7 days. Like I only went through a portion of them. Now, granted, I'm not doing this like for work, right? I imagine if I was, I'd be using a bit more. No limit on those. And it looks like I'm at 55 cents already. 95 cents. This is the first time I've used um, these extended models. Yeah. So Cursor does have a usage limit. Um, I believe this is actually cheaper than if you were using the Claude APIs yourself. Let's see. We're at $1.15. So yeah, 22 premium tool calls, 5 cents per tool call. One interesting 137 Sonnet Thinking Max request. Only one? What is a premium tool call? Is it just happening faster? Because I thought it was pretty fast before. Oh yeah, what is a premium tool call? And how is that separate from this max request? Fascinating. Is it done? Let's summarize the changes we made. Okay, that was faster, quite frankly. If I know we were looking at something else, but that was faster. Now, was it more correct? Let's look at mutate. Okay. This doesn't seem all that wrong. I think these are just no changes there. What happened in here? Interesting. It feels like it's more targeted. It didn't even touch the other one. Wow. Okay. Database transactions too. Okay. Corrected my spelling. Great. Piggy. But that's overkill for most tests. Interesting. Okay. This I'm not too sad about. I would prefer to have something where it actually converted the messages and put them in the other thing. It's fine. Imports. That looks like what I've been doing. Bytes, fine. Correcting the spelling. This needs to be something else. The naming. I just don't like the naming. What is this on? Yeah. Okay, that just needs to be renamed, similar to the other ones. Stream database lifecycle events too, etc. Stream transaction chunks or something. Or send transaction chunk. Interesting that it just took the transaction chunk and encoded it to a vector. That's not correct. However, the code looks much better. Like it just feels better. Look at Iggy. Yeah, it's better. Like okay, I'm not super upset with that. Would I have paid $1.25 for that? I don't know. I don't think so. Would a company have paid $1.25 for that? Maybe. Yeah, I would definitely need to set up some sort of budget for this. $1.25. Hmm. Okay. Let's go a little further. Let's say, got a couple things here. That was actually much easier to code review as well. I don't know if you noticed that, but the code was easier to read. Just that was nice. Um, let's comment there. Um, let's accept all for a moment. I would like the figure.rs. Let's give it a little bit more. Let's see. This chunk here and the message receiving on the other side is out of sync. So how do we tell it that? Should we convert it to a message that will produce giving it lots of context? I feel like that's not enough. Oh, I also wanted to rename that stupid function. Stream chunks to Iggy. Something like that. All right. There we go. All right, let's spend another buck and a quarter and see what happens. Oh, and Pierito, thank you for the follow. I hope you guys found this useful. It's a bit of tool exploration. I feel like with the this stuff changing so quickly, it'll be important to understand how to use these things. It's adding tests. I want to see the tests. I like that you can kind of see it occasionally. Oh, and it renamed it to send chunk. Lovely. So much better. Okay. Test transaction streaming. Now, has it? It has not changed the other function. I love that. Okay. It did not implement this in Iggy yet. That's fine. I'm feeling optimistic. I feel like this is getting to the point where I could give it a task, right? And then I could get back to what I was doing, come back, check on it. We'll see. We'll see. See what's happening here. Database transactions, TX. Stored messages. Interesting. It says on Piggy. What is stored messages? Jumping Natto, thank you for the follow. Well, that's interesting. I mean, it works. Just looking at these things. Let's see. It's interesting that it's running the one test. Let's check on our cost. So we were at $1.25, 2.75, so another $1.50. Wow. Oh, you're welcome. Welcome, jumping. Two calls. Which model am I using? I'm using the Sonnet 3.7 Max at the moment, hence the additional cost more than the base plan. And I have to admit there is a difference between 3.7 and 3.7 Max. It is much different. See, move to background. Skip one. Oh, it. I think it is better. I think it is better. Um, so, for example, let's come into here. Given the same query, or the same instruction, the 3.7 Max is much more specific. It's changing just what it needs to, right? Because I told it that. I said, hey, this other function is correct. Don't change this other function. And we see that send chunk here is, I think, a little bit more correct than it had been in the past. Okay. These functions were modified and are very precise, which is nice. See, I don't even know what it's doing at the moment. What is it doing? Is it building or something? Like, I have no idea. I'm gonna let it go. Um, Let me check with Ghost GDY. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's still doing this command here. Um, okay. I was trying to find the one example I had before where uh, it ended up building way too much, like 3.7 versus max. It takes a lot of extra reasoning effort for it to exert self control and limit its changes. Yeah. And it seems to produce code more similar to the code that's already here, right? Like it's not bringing in a different style, which is nice. Yeah. I wish it would always just use one command for testing because it would have compiled faster. But if this was being done in the background, like on a second monitor or something, and I was just waiting, then it'd be different. I just let it go. Thus far, it's not all that bad. Let's see. Test transaction streaming. Okay, we get a context, set up some database pages. Right, here's our transaction that we're building up. Looks very similar to the one above it. Fine, I don't mind that. We tried Gemini earlier, and it got stuck. It really got. I think it was Gemini. I don't dare click on this at the moment because I don't want to stop it. Well, I guess I could. Let's see. We tried this one here, Gemini 2.5 Pro EXP. Um, it ended up just going all over the place. It looked like it had copy and pasted some Stack Overflow import section at the top of our file, and then it had to like deduplicate things, and it was just a mess. It started to import other packages, like it was adding crates when it didn't need to. It was crazy for the same query. Same query. I have not tried the Gemini 2.5 Pro Max. Basically, for the same query, this was the worst performer so far. This was okay. This one has been best. And I had thinking enabled for all of them, which increases the number of queries it does, I think. So, goodness, I think it's still building. Either that or no. Even if it went into a loop, which I hope it didn't. Let's see. I'm not seeing a loop here. But yeah, thus far, this has been much, much better with Max. Like, so much so I have to tell my people at work about it. Yeah, this is like precise. This is interesting. I've never tried the move to background bit. I am very curious to see what happens when this completes, though. Man, I don't. I'm gonna let it run. I can't believe it's taking so long to build this. Cargo test, data archive. I think I think it's finished or something. Something about this test is not right. Let's run this. Oops, not a new chat. Thank you. Go back here. No, I think something else is wrong. See if I In the same place, run the same thing. What do we get? Running one test. This should bomb out after a minute. Which is what I was waiting for if it was getting stuck. See, it built. It's just sitting there running. See? I just keep checking. Now it's running twice. You can see it was running it once before. Fascinating. See, I thought these cargo tests were supposed to. Yeah. Oh, this is what I got into. Yes. Okay. So it's running for more than a minute. Let's just tell it. Let's skip that. The test ran for more than a minute and didn't finish. Hmm. Good spot to use Git workspaces with multiple branches. Absolutely. I think it just got caught by that build taking forever. Let's see. Is it okay? It's cleaned up. That's good. Or that test just running forever. Well, thus far, I think it's actually been producing better code. It could get me to a point where I think it could actually get me further faster if I'm willing to pay more than like the base $20 a month for the service. I gotta get going. Happy Friday, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Hope to be able to see you this weekend. We'll see how it goes. Uh, all right. Well, I feel like it slightly has gone off the rails. Oh, but it fixed a couple of these. Okay. I was doing the test again. Fast and painless Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and give a raid to somebody. I don't know who. That's Friday. I'm running behind, so we're gonna land on Adam here. Take care, y'all. Bye bye.